Hi, my name is Andrea Vall, and I am the co-founder of Social Media Manager School, along with the wonderful Phyllis Kerr.
Hi, everybody. I'm really excited to be here. We've really been enjoying doing these interviews today. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know you will.
Yep, and we are joined by the wonderful Janet Kennedy, who has a lot of great things. We've really enjoyed talking to Janet, and we're excited to hear some of the things that have been going on for you.
It's been the most exciting. I didn't even know how long it's been. Year and a half? I don't know. I have learned so much, and I've been able to do so much as a result of your program. The time is flying by. I'm not sure that's good or not.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, good. Well, we want to start it off by talking about when you were considering buying Social Media Manager School. What were kind of some of the things running through your head as far as an obstacle? What might have prevented you from buying Social Media Manager School when you were first considering it?
Well, I do have and am still fully employed 9-to-5 job, and maybe so for a while. And so my concern was, can I really find the time outside of my day job to really get to that $1,000 a month in revenue? And of course, I'm thinking like, $10 or $15 an hour is all people will pay. And so I'm like, I don't think I could work at Target and make that kind of money and it'd be dependable. So I was so underestimating my experience and my value. So I was afraid to make that step. And while the financial step wasn't huge, it still was something that made me think, am I going to get the return on this money? And oh golly, yes, absolutely.
That's awesome.
That's great. So you purchased the product, and what was the result with that? Once you got into the program and saw what we offered inside the modules, what were your thoughts around that?
So really, in my mind, there's two schools of thought. There's or two types of people who come in. There are people who they want to do a business and they don't know a lot about social media per se. And then there are folks, I think, like myself, who've actually been in marketing and social media for a while, but we don't have any idea how to do a business. So my laser focus was, I feel pretty confident about most of the social media, although as it turns out, maybe not as confident as I should have been, and but I really want to know how to do the business, and I did not have time to ramp up and read business books and design formats and design and talk about contracts and keeping track of multiple clients. I had no idea what that was all about, what that involved, and that's what I really entered this course for, and that is far and above what I got out of it, was the ability to have the business side taken care of so I could start a business.
Awesome.
Awesome, awesome. So good. What's your favorite part of a Social Media Manager School? We'd love to hear.
Well, it is an ongoing relationship, which is interesting, that has continued, and there's a lot of great support that's still going on. During the course, however, of the actual school, I decided that I would join the premium level membership so that I could have access to the tutorials, because I always have questions. Lots and lots of questions. And I found that these tutorials not only were very subject focused and really talked about maybe the next level of management, but it was wide open as far as Q&A. And I really found a great satisfaction in having some of my burning questions answered. Might not have been a big deal for some other folks, but I wanted to know the answer to this very specific thing, and there was enough time in those webinars to be able to do that. So that was extremely helpful and very confidence building for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so for the premium version, we do have the 3 90-minute Q&A webinars where we cover some topics, and then also have open Q&A for everyone. And we limit those to make sure everyone can get their questions answered. But yeah, we're so happy that that was really valuable to you.
That's great. So
I felt it escalated my knowledge that much faster, so that I was able to ramp up that much more quickly.
That's cool. So what were some of the other benefits that you found with Social Media Manager School? Obviously that business creation and, like you said, the forms and the templates and the contracts and all that we have available to everybody. What were some other cool things that you noticed along the way?
I think one of the big issues is about pricing and how do I put together social media packages. On the one hand, every job is different, but on the other hand, there are some basic core things, and you really drilled a few things into me. Never, never, never accept less than $50 an hour. And that was really hard for me to deal with for the longest time until I found people were paying me $125 an hour every now and then. Now, I'm not getting 2,080 hours a year at $125, but I am getting projects at that level. And so I have been able to rethink my value, my experience, my contributions, and be proud and stand strong.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is so awesome. So obviously you would recommend this product from what so what would you say to anyone who is thinking about buying Social Media Manager School? What would you say to them if they're on the fence?
When I was first investigating trying to do my own business, I did actually look at and purchase 3 or 4 programs. And far and above, this is the one that has the greatest ongoing value. Partially because there's a great Facebook group where people will share and have a lot of great ideas. Secondly, that you and Phyllis, you and Andrea are there. There's an awful lot of absentee landlordism in some of the other programs that are out there, and if all you want to do is buy some tutorials or some ebooks and read them and move on, that's fine. But this world we're in is changing every 5 seconds, and if you don't have, if I didn't know that I had the confidence that there were people that, here's some new things coming down the pike, that we had people continually sharing new information, and the work that the two of you do to update everyone, I'd be right back in everybody else's program again a year later, because you have to be able to keep up with it. So I think that's been also very rewarding, is that the relationships and the knowledge base that's in the group continues to feed on itself.
That's really very sweet. And it's really true that Andrea and I are very big on building community and helping and supporting each other. It's a really strong component of what Social Media Manager School is all about. So that's really great the way you put that. And so is there anything else you want to add before we end the conversation?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking for Social Media Manager School 2. I do have some ideas I want to share with you on how to take this to a new level. However, I think the thing is that as people come in, don't be intimidated. Yes, there have been some folks who've been in the group for a while and have already, passed their tests and started their business, but they're also a very engaged and warm group that's really want to help you succeed, because there's plenty of work to go around. There are an awful lot of people who don't know very much about social media and aren't taking advantage of it effectively. So let's represent and do a good job on behalf of our clients.
Yeah, great. And we're so excited to see all the success you've been having with your podcast launch and everything that you're doing. It's awesome, awesome.
Your program isn't necessarily about podcasting, but because of the interest in finding a niche, which is one of the things you talk about, you can't do social media for everybody. Sometimes it's easier if you can find an area. Well, it turns out that other work I was doing, it all seemed to come together, social media and healthcare. And because of the confidence I had in my knowledge base as a social media manager, the podcast became much more real to me. And I am right now at the point where the social media management for healthcare is really going to take off, and I'm almost scared and excited about it. So, yay!
Yeah, awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Janet. It's been so fun chatting with you, and good luck with everything.
Good luck with everything. Great.
Thank you. We'll be seeing you on Facebook.
Yeah.